Hi creative friends, it's Sierra here. Today we will color a little illustration in Earthsong, one of the miniature oracle cards in the book. And we are going to do something very different today. We will go Gothic. Small black and white vibe, similar to the one that I have done in this page. And whether we will add any colors or not at all, we'll see how it feels on the go. For anyone that is new here, Earthsong is one of the coloring books in my fantasy collection that I created last year. And there are little oracle cards in here to color, cut out, and laminate to make our own handmade oracle deck. And as usual, I will list all of the art tools that I'm using on the screen throughout the video. We use a bit of alcohol markers and a lot of gel pens today, the black and white one. For the gel pen, I'm using those just regular cheap ones that I got from some random shop. And the tip is 0.5 mil for the black gel, and the white gel it doesn't really matter too much. You can use Jelly Roll. Those ones are pretty good. This illustration is quite small, so therefore for the black gel pen, I highly recommend something about 0.5 mil or even smaller if you can find. Anything bigger might not work. Or you could use a black pencil, choose a 4B or something even darker and make the tip really sharp. That might be even better. Maybe in a different video I'll try that. So I'm just going in with a bit of alcohol markers to start with. I'm using Ohuhu alcohol markers and one of those gray and black markers for some of the background. I actually could also just go in with just gel pen, but I thought that maybe I'll try something different, trying to create a bit of shading in the page before we start with the gel pen. That's what I'm trying to do here. And this coloring this little illustration today is very much an experiment. I mean, I did another one before, you can see in this page. However, it still felt like an experiment to me. And we're just gonna play and have fun, not worry too much about it having to have to become something amazing or beautiful or anything. So we'll just see how we go and kind of make decision from there. Ink is quite I'm talking about ink, but I'm using gel pen. It's the same thing, like ink illustration. It's quite a concise kind of form of art. So we're just gonna take one step at a time and decide on the go. That's what I mean about experiment with this. And you can see that I have based the page pretty much with alcohol markers. And now I'm just warming up my gel pen a little bit. It's just a regular cheap one from a random shop. So I don't mind that the ink isn't too consistent, but there's heaps of ink left, so that's okay. And honestly, I just want to use them today, so I don't feel bad about having used them much since I bought them. I have heaps of these lying around the house. And finally, I can make use of all of this. And honestly, after I done the first one, with gel pen and just black and white, I think I'm gonna do a lot more in this book for fun. It's so meditative. You can use a hatching like crossing. I don't know what the other word for them, hatching, Or you can just use dot like me. Dot is an easier way if you are a total beginner to controlling the shading and how do you doing that. Just one dot at a time. It's a lot easier to control. And I'm decided to do something quite bold here, which is going in hatching inside the keyhole. I thought that the alcohol markers layer was pretty nice, but it's an experiment. It's gonna be fun if I'm trying something different and let go of the need to like making sure every single step of the way is beautiful. Art is not like that. There'll be time that we doubt the process, that we think we might have ruined the page, but I've learned that we just keep going. There'll be time that we might have to quit or stop because there's no other way to go. However, I feel like a lot of the time, especially if we have had some sort of experience in our creative coloring time journey, then just keep going. So the hatching turned out alright. I thought I really want to create more like a gothic feel, so that's why I'm going in with hatching inside the keyhole. And I just want to make it a bit darker. At the beginning, the line might feel quite messy, but the more I do it, the more it appears a lot nicer, a lot better. And you can see that it looks a lot darker now, which I'm very happy with. So I will keep going for a while. If you are totally new to line illustration or ink work or anything like that, I suggest that you do a little more of a warm-up exercise, like with crossing the line, hatching, or dotting. To try a little bit more on a piece of paper so you can get a hang of it. When you do the dot, it's not too important of how you're going to hold the pen, but with hatching, the more you have your warm-up exercise, the more you will hold the pen in a way that is more freely for your movement. And you don't want to lock your wrist when you hatch or when you do line work. You want it to be a lot more open so you can move in a different direction. And you can also hold the pen more lightly as well. And it will come with just more warm-up and experience. And honestly, maybe because my full-time work is still to do with line art, so I'm just feeling very happy when I'm doing light work. It's different with doing color, but it's definitely a lot more minimal, I would say, in terms of art tool and also in terms of decision making. And you'll get better with the experience, with more experience, a bit faster than color. Color is more complicated, just like you have to learn the color theory on the go. There's a lot of things that you acquired on the go. But with line art is a little more straightforward and you can really focus on shading, focusing on practicing your line and sketching. And after all the light work, I decided to make the edge of the keyhole gold, just like one of the illustrations that I done above. So alcohol markers again to create this. Honestly, you can use color pencil on this little part too, but I love alcohol markers so much. That's that one of my favorite medium, as well as ink. And with the ink as well, if you don't have any black gel pen, just use ballpoint. I use ballpoint for a lot of my sketching too, and it works fine. And there's so many different ways and different techniques to create the line. You don't always have to hatch or dot. You can do just a random line as well. The more important part to focus on is the shading of light. Where you want it to be bright, where do you want it to be dark? So I'm pretty much finishing the gold part, and I also color the moon as well. Now I'm just going in with my gel pen, touching up a few things, make the keyhole a little bit more stand out with the white gel, adding a bit more star and all the sparkly stuff. And there we go. This is the finished, completed illustration. So that is it for this video today. I'm so happy that I get to do this together with you. If you are following through the video and coloring or I don't know, black and white the page like me, please feel free to tag me on your page. I would love to see your page. If you're on Instagram, tag me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching the video today. I hope to see you in the next one. Happy coloring!